Ray, how do these shades look? I mean, do I
Man,
look
you
cool?
look great. You look great. You look like Hollywood came to Atlanta. Today, my brother, we are wrestling with demons. Talk to me a little bit about wrestling with demons. You
I
wrestled
mean,
a
I mean,
long
I mean,
time.
I mean, you said it. You know, to me, I mean, what do you? I mean, it's your label. What do you mean wrestling with demons? What do you mean?
I would say people that have wrestled, some of our friends that we know in the industry that, and you know them a whole lot better than I do or we do as fans. You know, we hear the stories, the horror stories about drug addiction, alcohol dependency, blah blah blah, pain pills, blah blah blah, and other things. You know, a lot of people wrestle with homosexuality. A lot of people wrestle with alcoholism.
Whoa,
A lot
whoa,
of people wrestle
whoa!
with
Wait a minute! Whoa!
with
Hey, Gay!
drugs.
Hey, wait a minute! Where the homosexual stuff come from?
I know. I'm just saying,
How?
people
How?
wrestling with
Wait a minute!
demons.
How is that a demon?
I don't know. I'm just saying, people
You
look at
need
things like that.
Ray. You need to pause, man, because you always bringing up this stuff like that has nothing to do with the show today. The demons we were talking about was maybe guys who had to use a little motivation to get in the ring to push themselves through a match. You know, like pain pills,
Or
alcohol, weed.
what about cocaine, weed?
I don't think you know what I don't think the cocaine was a thing you put into your body before a wrestling match. You know, I think the cocaine was just to me that was just stuff some of the guys probably did, and I don't know. I've never seen any one of my wrestling friends use cocaine because I never used it, but I never seen anybody use cocaine. Now,
You
pain
hadn't done any
pills.
drugs, so you hadn't used anything.
Now, well, you know, my demon was myself. You know, because I've always wanted to do the best I can do, and I thought things like that hinder me instead of motivate me.
Well, that
And
ain't a demon. That's just good sense.
but you know what? Every now and then I had a hurt back, a hurt knee. You know, I had pain in my body, and me, I just didn't wrestle. I just, I may take the day off and tell them, listen, I need to rest. But a lot of guys did not want to give that up, man, because they were looking for their spot. You know, I'm gonna tell you a story, and I'm not gonna tell you too much about it, but I'm gonna tell you this story. It was a story about me when I tore my ACL. When
Hmm.
I tore my ACL in the ring wrestling Norman Smiley. Norman Smiley. I wrestled I tore my ACL. I've never been in so much pain in my life. So much pain in my life. And once I went home and seen the doctor, he told me the procedures and what he was gonna have to do to get me back, not just back to normal, but get me back in the ring. It was a lot of stuff I was gonna have to go through. And part of that was taking pain pills just to be able to sleep. So, I had the knee surgery, I had the ACL repaired by Dr. James Andrew. And when he finished the surgery, immediately he went straight to working on my knee. The next morning, I was in rehab. Pain, pain, pain. I mean, it was so bad, man. So one day I decided, they gave me these muscle pain pills. They said, take these every 3 hours, every 4 hours. Make sure you take one 4 hours before you go to bed so you can sleep at night. So I took the 4 pills and I said, I didn't take them during the day, but I said, one night I said, I'm going to try. I'm going to try one. So I put one in, I took it, and man, let me tell you something. That pill knocked me out. I mean, I was out so cold that I woke up just sweat all over my body. And it felt like I was like still asleep. I was up walking around. So I told myself, I'll never try this pain pill again. I never do this pain stuff again. These pills, just I'll never take them. So,
Right.
I was able to get through it. I got back to, got myself back to going to work. Then eventually I got back, in the ring. And those 30 pills he gave me, I never used them. I never used them. I only used one. So I had 29 pills still at home. So I remember I was going through a match. I had just got there. We was the last match. And it was a guy in the locker room, very well-known wrestler, very, very well-known wrestler who is not with us now. He's not with us now. And he had just came over from WWF. And him and I was in the ring. Our match was the last match. And I remember this guy talking to me about his back was hurting and everything. I told him about my knee, and he said, "Man, that's good. You back so fast. What do you do?" I said, "Man, listen, the first thing they gave me was these pain pills." He said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "They gave me some pain pill, man, and the pain is so bad, but I didn't take the pills." He said, "So what you do with the pills?" I said, "I still got them." Then he said, "Oh my God." He said, "Can I have those pills?" Then I said, "What?" I said, "I guess so. They just at home in my medicine chest. I guess you can." And then he went on to tell me, he said, "Cat, I have to take 13 of those pills, not one like me." He said he had to take 13 of those strong ass pills that I took one of and then knocked me out. He said he had to take 13, not to sleep, 13 pills just to get in the ring.
Just to function.
No, just to get in the ring, to wrestle, not function.
13.
That's not fun. 13 pills, just 13 of those pain pills, very strong pain pill I had. So, and it was so fun. So I never gave it to him, but about maybe a month or 6 months later, this same dude told me that OD'd. He died.
Dang.
He died. I swear. And I'm going to tell you who it was. Because, I mean, it's just a lesson learned. I wish I knew. See, I knew nothing about drugs. I knew nothing about pain pills. I knew nothing about, like you said, Ray, I wasn't that person.
No, you won't do that.
Drugs. So, it was Big Boss Man.
Oh, Big Ray trailer.
Yeah, it was Big Ray, man. Big Ray was getting ready to go, and he told me he had to take 14 of those pills just to get to the ring, just to have wrestle. So I guess he wanted mine just so he can refill or something. But I really never had time to bring it to him because remember he OD'd on some pills. So that's the demon I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
And I used to see it over and over with some of my friends when we hit the road together, man, and we were riding, man, and I'll look over and they are normal. We having a normal conversation. I see them because, I recognize and notice everything around me. Nathan, I see the hand go to the mouth. And then Nathan, I look over and their eyes rolling up in their head.
Wow.
I mean, who do you blame for this?
Well, I mean, it is a crisis in America. I mean, the opioid is a crisis. Obviously, the fentanyl and the other stuff. I mean, you hear what Trump's doing right now with Venezuela and Mexico and the Mexican cartels and all the stuff that he's doing, keeping fentanyl out of America. And
bro,
hopefully
don't bring Trump into this because Trump might be the main one bringing it over. So anyway, go ahead. So go ahead. I mean, so to me, that demon, man,
I don't know who you blame when you say who do you blame for. I mean, most of the blame has to go on the people taking them. I mean, because it is a choice. It's a choice to take them.
Let me ask you this: watching Eddie in the ring made you happy, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Watching Eddie in the ring on the mic gave you all the enjoyment that you liked and wanted to have, right? You love wrestling, right? You love to see these guys. You love to see us in the ring. You love to see the big falls. You like to hear us take these finishes. You like wrestling, right? You're right.
Oh yeah, of course.
So what do you think some of these guys are your heroes? What do you think they do to be able to do that over and over and over and over again?
Obviously, they have to take something. I mean, if they're in pain, if they're hurting, if they're working through injuries and stuff and having to mask the pain so they can do their job, I get it. But then you become addicted. It becomes no longer a masking agent. It becomes part of your life.
I'm gonna give you a couple of names because you're talking out of the side of your neck. I'm gonna give you a couple of names. Parasiter, drug problem, right? What kind of problem do you think he had? pills, alcohol, cocaine, what?
I don't know. I mean, he was on the show a couple weeks ago.
That's why I'm asking you a question. You think you know everything. What do you think? What kind of addiction you think he had?
I'm sure he got hooked on opioids when he did a surgery.
Okay,
That's the
all
first
right.
thing they do.
All right. Well,
So maybe
okay.
we blame the doctor.
Bro, wait a minute. Let me go by a couple of names. Take it easy. Slow down. Are you look me in the eye? Are you on something, boy?
I'm on a podcast with Ernest the Cat Miller. Let's
You
go.
on that cocaine, boy. You on that cocaine, boy.
On that cocaine.
I see it around you now. How about Scott Hall?
Oh man, what a talent!
No, just tell me what do you think his demon was?
Alcohol and pills, brother.
Okay, how about Ric Flair, your daddy?
Just alcohol. He don't do drugs.
Just alcohol. You don't think
He's
he
on
ever
some
did?
weed now, but it's his
You don't
own
think
weed.
you don't think he ever did any drugs?
I don't think so. I don't think his heart could have took years and years of cocaine and all that stuff. I think he smoked a little weed and drank a lot.
How about Marcus Bagwell?
Marcus was wild back in the day. Now he wasn't coiling nothing. He'd do about all of it, I think.
How about Jeff Hardy?
He's another one that loved the pain pill.
What about his brother?
He's another one, but he kicked the habit.
Okay, well, how about this? How about Bret Hart?
I don't know about Bret. Did Bret do it too?
What do you think?
I don't know. He had that stroke.
What about Hulk Hogan?
Well, now that's what Ric Flair done put out there on the streets, that he died of street drugs, that he got got a bad pill from somebody.
Let me finish that. What about Roddy Piper?
Cocaine, baby. He loved it.
What about Jake the Snake?
He loved it all. Loved it all.
What about Sonny? Female Sonny.
Yeah, not Sonny Ono. He wouldn't take a drug.
Hey, bro, stop playing. Just answer the question. These are serious questions.
Yeah,
these
right.
Sonny,
hold
on, wait a minute.
Female in AOL's history. Yes. Yeah, wrestled with a lot of demons.
What do you think her demon might have been?
Might have been the ding dong. I don't know. I guess it was pills and drugs. I mean, I assume it was pills.
Bro, do you ever get? Hey Ray, do you ever get serious, man? I mean, this serious conversation.
Serious right now. I think it was drugs and/or pills. I mean, pills and alcohol. I mean, I wasn't with her, but I don't know what.
How about where you speculate with everything? I'm trying. If you answer this question, then I answer some of the question. Right. What about William Regal?
Don't know about Williams.
Yeah, he had a problem, but what do you think his problem might have been? Alcohol, weed, or pills, or cocaine?
I would say alcohol.
How about Kurt Angle?
Oh, he definitely was pills.
What about Rey Mysterio?
Don't know about Ray.
Yeah, Ray had a whole problem. He had a problem about this too.
I did not know that.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. Listen, not that these guys had problem with drugs and alcohol. But with all the names I just called, these are some of the top wrestlers in the business. I worked with all of them. And they all had that same demon. Now, it been a few that say that they were able to clean it up, like Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels said once he looked his son into his eyes and saw that his son recognized that now daddy is not just sleepy, he's drunk or high. He dropped his knees and prayed to God, and he said he dropped everything. He said he stopped doing drugs.
Amen.
So Jake the Snake, you see Jake walking around with his beautiful wife now, and you see Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio said he wouldn't have got clean. Now let me tell you this. I work with all these guys. I would not know how to talk to these guys about getting them help if I wanted to help these guys. I would not want to say, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and then this gonna lead into the two guys that I have coming up that are wrestling fans. They know all these guys' names, but I remember I used to teach karate when I was 16. I used to teach karate every summer. That was my summer job. But one summer I wanted a different job. And I had a friend that lived a couple of street houses down from me. went into a rehab center.
Oh,
You know, yeah, he had to go into drug rehab. You know, he was about a couple of years older. And I remember taking him because I was the only one who had a car. I drove him in and he turned himself in. And then before he turned himself in, he told me all about it. So he gonna go here, hope he kicked the habit, get off the drinking. He was drinking. He wanted to kick that habit. So maybe with him going into rehab, he could do that.
28 days.
So I talked to him. He told me about, I asked him, I said, so what did they do for you? He told me the process. Then he talked about the people, the interesting people he got to meet in there. And everybody had a vice. When I say a vice, everybody had went through something. That's what I wanted my job to be. I wanted my job to be at the rehab center. Not because I had a vice, not because I was a drinker, smoker, knew anything about drugs. So I was happy. I went there and I applied to get a job at this rehab center. And guess
As
what?
a counselor or what?
I was 16 years old. I didn't know. I just wanted to work there. But when I got there, the lady explained to me at the door, said, listen, it's good that you want to help. But somebody like you can't help these people. And the reason why not here, because these people are here with problems that everybody here have had these problems. So we can talk to each other about these problems. But someone like you had never had a drinking problem. Somebody like you never tried drugs. You would not know what to say. What would we ask you? And how would you help us? And I didn't get the job. It hurt my feeling a little bit because I thought I wanted to drop job. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to somebody who probably experienced some of this stuff, know a little bit about it. And not saying these guys are a drug head, but they brothers, and both of them real ugly. When y'all see them, they're real bad looking boys. Let's get them in here. Let's get them in here, baby.
The Stone Brothers.
The Stone. There they go. The twins, baby. Let's hear it, guys. What's going on?
Man, you're looking at it. We appreciate y'all having us on.
Hey, man, listen. I'm glad to have you on here. First of all, right now, do you watch any of the content, any of the wrestling stuff?
I'm religious with it. So are you talking about the Cat's Corner or are you talking about WWE?
WWE or AEW? Do you watch?
I watch. I'm big with all of the major programs. So NXT, WWE, you know, SmackDown, Raw, all that. So we live down in South Florida now. Cat, obviously, you know, we met when me and Jesse were living in, you know, up north, and they're coming to Ameribank Stadium for SmackDown on February 20th. And it's been years, you know. All of last year, I was hoping that it was going to come, you know, down to Florida, down to South Florida, I should say, because they had Saturday night main event, I believe in March last year in Tampa that I didn't go to. But I'm going to be going to the next, you know, SmackDown they got coming down here on the 20th of February.
Well, listen, I may come down there. We may go together.
I would love that. My fiance is going to be going with me, man. Yeah. I got my fiance watching it. She loves wrestling, and it's such an exciting time, right? Especially for the women that are interested in wrestling, and just because the women talent is so great.
Listen, that's what I was about to ask you. Slow it down. That's what I was about to ask you. Who do you right now see the future in? Female. Let's start with the female. Who do you see like this is the future?
I mean, I think that it's unquestionable. It's Stephanie Vaquer. I think Stephanie Vaquer. I think that she's great. La Primera. I think that she's great. Who else? I think Roxanne Perez is great. The Prodigy. You know, she came up through NXT. I think that she's great. I think that with the retirement of John Cena, which I think that it was a passing of the torch. Right. If you know, anybody who watched the Saturday night main event with John Cena, it was really a catalog of a lot of the big names in NXT. Right. And I think that that's what John Cena wanted to do, is he wanted to pass the torch and show everybody that I'm not just retiring, but, you know, the industry is in good hands. There's a lot of great young talent.
Well, I don't see John Cena passing no torch. Now, I like John Cena, but it's more talented people there than ever been, man. You got guys right now that was even more well liked and enjoyed seeing more than John Cena.
Mhm.
Now what male wrestler do you like over there now?
Man, you were talking about Eddie Guerrero. I love Dominic Mysterio. I love Dirty Dom.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that
Yeah.
he's
Dom's
great. I
great.
think he's 28, 30 or something. He's a young man, you know. I think that he's going to be one of those guys that's going to carry the torch.
Call it the Maverick.
I love the Maverick. I love Logan
Oh,
Paul.
yeah. Oh,
I think that
y'all like
he's
that,
great.
yeah.
I like Logan Paul, man. His brother just got his ass kicked down here last.
You can't deny the
weekend.
athleticism of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of his brother getting his ass kicked, do you think that was part of the storyline? Listen, the guy he fought was 6'6", 250 pounds.
Mhm.
So this guy had to know I need to get my ass kicked just one time so people believe that this stuff is real. So when I fight the smaller fighters, now they'll understand that I'm fighting whoever we put in the ring. So I think it was
listen,
a setup.
Yeah, I think that you're definitely speaking a lot of truth. So you got to give something believable, right? He has to put himself in a situation where people actually believe he can lose a fight. And I don't think that the line of people that he's faced up to this point, Jake Paul, I don't think that anyone really believed that the people that were standing across the ring had an honest shot. You bring somebody in who's a unified heavyweight champion, and just looking at pure size, if you know nothing about combat sports or boxing or people's history, the two guys don't even look like they belong in the same atmosphere.
No.
You know, and I think that no one signs up to get their jaw broke in two places.
Exactly.
No one signs up for that. I mean, Kat, you'd know better than me. Maybe you have history like that. You sign up for stuff like that. You know, I don't think that Jake knew what he was getting himself into.
No, with me, I still don't believe nothing. I believe he lost the fight, but I believe, did he get his jaw broken that bad? Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Maybe you never know. $93 million.
That punch looked real as hell to me. That punch looked real as hell to me.
That right cross closed his ass out.
I saw that Anthony Joshua lost $90 million by winning that fight. I saw that also. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No, I didn't know that. Now let me tell you this. That show you. Now think about this. Think about a guy who is a professional fighter, trained fighter. And think about those people out there never had any fight classes in their life. Do you see what happened to somebody who is not on the same level as a professional fighter?
Yeah.
Could have been over with, Cat, in 35 seconds.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, also, I think he deserves.
Yeah,
he did. I think that he deserves, and there's an art to that too, right? Just being like the art inside the science of the sweet science, right? Of like not getting hit, and he didn't make it look very scientific. He didn't make it look real pretty. A lot of it was just evading and falling to his knees and stuff like that. But
and stumbling.
I'll tell you like this: a person like me with no combat experience, I'm not lasting 30 seconds. I'm certainly not lasting 6 rounds in the ring with Anthony Joshua.
Jesse's not lasting 30 seconds in the ring with you, Cat.
Hey,
well, I'll knock your ass out in 30 seconds.
Well, brother, take it easy. Y'all take it easy. Don't go at each other. Now, let me tell you this though. I think I could stay in the ring with somebody today for 3 or 4 rounds, but I'm gonna end up probably getting my ass knocked out because of my age, not because of my ability, but my age. But the thing is this right here though. Everything now is just like pro wrestling. That match we watched, where it was $93 million and millions of dollars and millions of views, was just like watching a pro wrestling event.
I thought that as I was watching the fight, and I love that you're bringing that up, Kat, because let's not kid ourselves, right? You know, a large majority of people know, especially they have, on Netflix now, they have Untold, which is like WWE behind the scenes. We all know that the outcomes are predetermined, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that while I was watching that fight. I was like, man,
you already knew the outcome.
It was predetermined, but we're gonna tune in. We're gonna tune in all the same because it's entertaining.
The story, because of the storyline. It was a storyline behind it. It was a storyline behind it. And now today, wrestling, man, it's all about stories now. You got a bunch of actors in the ring, in pro wrestling, in the ring, just telling a good story. You look at Cody Rhodes, good looking guy, small, but ain't nothing to me that showed me that I would fear him on the street. He looked
Mhm.
like a good actor.
Hmm.
And he
The
is.
bloodline looked like good actors,
Mhm.
good looking actor. So that's what I'm saying. Everything
You don't think seeing Jacob Fatu on the street, you'd be like,
That's a good one.
I don't know about
The
that.
werewolf, I wouldn't want no problems with the
That's
werewolf.
a good one.
Bro,
That's a good
I'm
one.
6'2", 260 pounds. I ain't gonna do that with nobody. I don't give a damn if I saw Mike Tyson on the street. These guys, but if you get to know these guys are convincing in the ring, what they supposed to be. Very convincing in the ring. And one of the brothers, which one is there, man? Which one of the brother had a run in with the cops a few times and
Both of us,
and
but
so-
me more recently.
Yeah, but yeah,
No,
you have to be a little bit more specific.
not
Oh.
you guys, cause y'all calm down. Don't tell
Damn.
us.
I was like, what does he know? What the,
I was
how
ready
honest
to
you
beat the bitch up. That's all
No.
I remember.
No, I was talking about the bloodline. Shit.
Oh, that was
Fatu.
Jacob Fatu. Yeah, Jacob
Yeah.
Fatu. Yeah, he spit on the cops, didn't he?
Yeah, but he was drunk too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure,
He
honestly.
had to
I
be.
wasn't there, so I can't say.
He had to be, man. But